Best foods for your heart. What are your thoughts on that? Well, Cleveland Clinic dietitian Julia Zampano is joining us. She always has the greatest information for us. Thank you for coming back in today.
Thank you for having
me. I know
me.
you work hand in hand. The cardiologists all love you. And you really are a wealth of knowledge when it comes to what we should be doing, specifically talking about heart health today. There's a variety of good foods here, and some of these look really tasty too. So it's not like we're removing all the fun stuff.
No, I'm more about adding versus removing. As a dietitian, I can speak for most dietitians. We are trying to enrich our diets, add more nutrition, add more variety, add more color. So not taking away, let's add. Let's focus on what we can include to help our hearts.
All right, let's do this. Let's go through this list. Should we start on the end with the oats?
So oats, most of us know oats are good for your heart. What the mechanism and how they work is that they're a source of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber binds around bile in our guts, and then helps remove that bile, which is composed of cholesterol, with the body's waste. So it's a natural detoxification system of cholesterol in our guts. So it works great. All sources of soluble fiber do this, but oats specifically have a great source of soluble fiber and have been studied to show these effects.
Well, interesting. And again, the soluble fibers are something so good in general for us,
for
right?
your gut health, absolutely.
And we often, I think we've discussed this, don't get enough fiber in our diet.
Yes, the standard American diet definitely does not meet the fiber needs. We're looking at about 13 grams of an average American diet, and we need closer to 30.
Wow. All right, so
only about
increase the fiber and know that oats is a great one.
Yes.
All right.
And on that topic, seeds are great sources of fiber as well. Chia seeds and ground flax seeds. I love these because they're sources of omega-3 fatty acid, plant-based sources of omega-3. So most of us know we're going to talk about salmon, but salmon is a source of omega-3 as well. And omega-3s help lower blood triglycerides, which are blood fats, which are part of that cholesterol panel. So they can also clog arteries. So that's why we want to keep those low. Helps with blood pressure, the stickiness of your platelets, so helps with platelet aggregation, and helps increase good levels of cholesterol, HDL. So good fats can increase the good cholesterol.
And these are so easy to incorporate into things. Even the ground highly recommend probably doing the ground flaxseed right over the if you're throwing it on something like a salad, but it's nutty, right? They have a nutty taste, so it's easy to put on.
It's really easy. One tidbit to keep in mind is that if you use the whole flaxseed, your body cannot break through that skin. So you really do want it ground. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to absorb the fat.
That's an even better reason than what I was just saying, too, then. All right, and those can be easily put in a smoothie.
Chia seeds are great. Smoothies are perfect. Chia seed pudding, soaking them creates a gel, so you can put it in baked goods to create more softness and moisture. That way you can decrease like butter or other additives in the baked goods.
That you would normally use to create some moisture. Okay.
Yep, I use it a lot in baked goods.
Leafy greens.
Leafy greens, no-brainer here. High in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. So, and then fiber, of course. Greens should be a foundational piece in our diet. So we should try to get some leafy green in every day, if you can.
And should we do it in every meal, or at least at one meal
a day? At least once a day.
Okay.
At least once a day. And if you're, busy and you can't get it in, I love to throw spinach in my smoothies. I try to make a protein smoothie most days, and that's another great way to get it in.
Easy to do that too. Berries.
Berries, again, most people know, very rich in antioxidants, high color, really helps support reducing inflammation, helps with your blood pressure, helps keep blood pressure down. We know berries have been shown to help control weight management, as has spinach. So these foods help multiple risk factors for heart disease, not just cholesterol, but also blood pressure and weight and blood sugar management.
And what to people who would think, and at times I started getting this in my head, they have natural sugars in them. Yeah. So do you have to eat them in moderation, or?
Generally, I say, we want to really focus on added sugars, not natural sugar in fruit.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean you can have 20 pieces of fruit a day, but normally a couple, 3 to 5 servings of fruit is acceptable in a day. And berries are the lowest sugar fruit. That's why we like to focus on there.
They're so good.
They're packed in the most nutrition, and they're lowest in sugars.
Perfect. Now, what about the salmon again? We're back to the salmon.
Great source of protein, varying protein. We know fish is a foundational part of the Mediterranean diet. Really important to add fish in amongst other sources of protein. So omega-3 protein has helped with support brain health, heart health, very important to get that in.
All right, and last but not least, we have some lentils, beans. That's great for those who want to be vegan too.
Well, we always
vegetarian?
want to encourage plant-based meals, whether you eat meat or not.
Okay.
Plant-based meals are something you want to incorporate regularly. So you don't have to say, I only eat meat or I only eat plants. Why don't we eat both or a little bit?
Okay.
Let's expand our amount of food we eat. So lentils, I think lentils are great because they're not as beany as the other ones, so they tend to be more easily digested. They're lighter. They can easily be thrown in a soup or a salad. So
right, I'm getting the wrap, but I want to quickly ask you, olive oil, I'm guessing here.
Extra virgin olive oil, has anti-inflammatory properties similar to some of those over-the-counter medications, painkillers, so it's been shown to be very, very anti-inflammatory. And walnuts, another source of omega-3, foundational piece in the Mediterranean diet, and great to snack on.
Thank you so much for coming in. See, I told you she's so great with all this knowledge. I appreciate you so much.